You're not lazy. You're conditioned. You're conditioned to justify, feel guilty, and then numb out. That's the loop. It feels like failure, but it's actually reinforcement. A behavioral cycle that rewards avoidance and punishes awareness. You feel burned out, tired for no reason. Your phone has this magnetic pull. Work starts to feel meaningless. Conversations feel like performances. You tell yourself, it's fine. Everyone's tired. That's rationalization disguised as reason. The relief lasts 5 seconds, maybe 6. Then guilt returns. You can't stand the guilt, so you numb it. Scroll, snack, stream, and for a moment, you feel safe again. That's how the loop feeds itself. You see, the world doesn't want you calm, it wants you compliant. It trains your brain to confuse sedation with safety. That's the first truth. You don't need motivation, you need resistance training. Burnout doesn't start with exhaustion. It starts with the belief that your efforts no longer matter. That's the cue. Futility. When your brain senses meaninglessness, it hunts for micro relief. A little justification here, a small escape there. The short-term payoff is control. The long-term cost is identity erosion. You stop recognizing yourself. Not because you failed, but because you've trained your nervous system to equate comfort with survival. Here's the problem. The brain always obeys the last rule it learned. If avoidance kept you safe, it will repeat it. The only way out is to create and teach it new rules. You don't break a habit loop. You compete against it. You see, the brain doesn't delete pathways. It replaces them through repetition and prediction. So the goal isn't to feel good. It's to act differently, even when it feels bad. That's resistance. Here's the protocol. 3 micro acts of defiance. 14 days, no hacks, no dopamine detox. Just proof that you still control what belongs to you, not the algorithm. First one, self. I want you to try the 60-second sit. This isn't meditation. This is an alternative. When you reach for your phone, stop. Don't fix it. Don't scroll. Don't distract. Just sit for 60 seconds. You'll feel restless. That's what withdrawal from sedation feels like. You're proving that you can survive 1 minute, 60 seconds of discomfort. You reclaim your nervous system from the algorithm. The other one, try. One honest sentence. When irritation hits, say one true thing before retreating. I recommend I statements and not you statements. So, I'm frustrated, but I want to stay connected. Not, you are so frustrating. See the difference there? You really want to lean into that. I'm tired, but I don't want to disappear tonight. That's not an emotional expression. It's social resistance. Most people perform safety through silence and let that resentment slowly build silently. But you're going to practice this resistance through truth. Last is the morning, the 3-minute rule. When your alarm goes off, you need to be standing within 3 minutes. Don't debate it. Let motion before thought reclaim your body from hesitation. The rebellion here is velocity. You start to act before your mind bargains for comfort. The alarm goes off, no reaching for your phone, no killing time. You have 3 minutes to stand up. 1 would be better, but I'll give you 3. So here's what happens under the hood. Each time you resist, you generate a prediction error. The brain expected avoidance, but got action. That's a neurological jolt. It's uncomfortable. I'm not promising peace, comfort here. But it forces the brain to update its reward model. Over time, it learns that control, not escape, will bring that relief. Guilt has nothing left to feed on. The pattern shifts. Action equals discomfort, which results in pride, and that brings relief. That's the loop you really want. Because pride not the sin of pride, but pride in taking action that's earned and not imagined, produces sustainable dopamine. That's the neurochemical definition of self-respect. Grab a sheet of paper. Create 3 columns. One says self, one says relationships, one says work. 14 rows, one for each day. You put a check mark. Every check mark means I resisted. Not I succeeded, not it felt great, but I resisted the default. That's your proof that life, not happiness, not calm, but evidence that you're still capable of making your own choices. You're not tracking productivity, you're tracking defiance. When you collect enough of those marks, you'll notice something strange. You started out wanting comfort, but now you're actually seeking the discomfort, because that discomfort means that you're actually awake. It's the modern world. The algorithms sell ease as progress, but the cost of constant comfort comes at the expense of consciousness. You're not here to be optimized. You're here to remember and exercise your will. Self-mastery doesn't come from comfort. It comes from rebellion against conditioning. The first time you resist, you're going to feel anxious. The 10th time you resist, you'll feel stronger, authoritative. By the 14th, you're going to feel alive and energized. You can't eliminate the justify, guilt, numb loop, but you can own it. You can turn it into an arena where you train. So you've heard enough. Now it's your turn. 14 days, 3 acts of resistance. Start with something too small to fail, but powerful enough to wake you up. When you feel the urge to scroll, sit. 60 seconds. When you want to retreat, speak up. Use I statements. When the alarm goes off, get up. On your feet within 3 minutes. You'll feel worse before you feel better. It's not a warning, it's a promise. Awareness always hurts before it heals. If you want the other ways to resist, they're on my website. Join the list. I'll send the Fresh Start inventory directly. Just structured defiance. You can analyze it later. Right now, choose one act of resistance, then commit to it. Every time you resist the loop, you remind the world it doesn't get to program you.